Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel will not withdraw its troops from the border between southern Gaza and Egypt, known as the Philadelphi Corridor. He said those troops would remain until there is a guarantee the corridor could never be used as a smuggling route by Hamas, which was behind the October 7th terror attacks. Netanyahu stressed that controlling the corridor was a condition for a permanent ceasefire. He said that Israel will not get its hostages back if it relieves pressure on Hamas.
These are the terrorists that Iran implanted next to our border, as elsewhere, and we're committed to defeating them, to extirpating this evil from our midst. I want to talk to you today about some of the things that we must do to achieve that goal, including the questions of the Philadelphia Corridor.
For more, let's get across to journalist Balig Sladeen in Tel Aviv. I'd like to start by asking first a little bit about why we saw this conference from Netanyahu in the first place. Do you think it is a sign that he feels under pressure to justify his government's approach?
Well, he's definitely under pressure, both from inside and from outside. The whole issue about the Philadelphia Corridor is taking a lot of attention, more than it should be, actually. And now everybody is thinking that the Prime Minister is the only one that is insisting on the Philadelphia Corridor and is the only obstacle to reaching a deal, which is not, actually. And he was asked about that and he explained about that. So he needs to explain why Israel needs to stay in the Philadelphia Corridor. He basically gave the same speech or the same press conference that he gave a couple of days ago to the Israeli media. Now he gives it to the international media in order to explain the importance of the Philadelphia Corridor. He, of course, repeated his apology to the families of the hostages and also said that Israel cannot, after such an incident, decide to give more concessions, because that will be a sign for Hamas to actually kill more hostages in order to gain more concessions. And he asked the international community right now to put pressure on Hamas and not on Israel, actually, to reach a deal, because Israel, as he says, already accepted the deal that President Biden proposed in May, the fixed deal in August, and he repeated his commitment to bringing back the hostages as soon as possible.
Okay, so something very much tailored toward an international audience here. Netanyahu also said in this conference that until Israel gets a guarantee that the border area between southern Gaza and Egypt, that it can't be used to support Hamas, that Israel will not withdraw its troops. What do you think an acceptable guarantee would look like for Israel?
Well, if I want to repeat what Netanyahu said, he said that we don't want people to just say that we will actually control that area and prevent Hamas from smuggling weapons, because we've heard that before. We've heard that from the Egyptians before. There has been an international mission to the Philadelphia Corridor years ago. And now he says that no one has proved that his policies are effective or his presence is effective, and we need to be there. Basically, I would say that Netanyahu knows what he is saying, that in the second phase of the deal, when Israel asks for someone to take care of the Philadelphia Corridor, he basically says that he knows that no one is standing in line, no country is standing in line to go and put its troops in the Philadelphia Corridor and take that mission on itself. In other words, he means that we will stay in the Philadelphia Corridor in the near future, and only Israel can actually guarantee that Hamas doesn't smuggle weapons and doesn't rehabilitate itself through that corridor.
Well, thank you very much for speaking with us. That is journalist Balig Sladeen.
Thank you.